I'm Holly.
And I'm Bridget.
And this
is Girls Next Level.
Welcome back to Girls Next Level podcast. We are ready for the Kentucky Derby in a few weeks. And yeah, we're back. And you were just in Virginia City, a very haunted Nevada ghost town.
Yes.
What did you do? What happened?
So I took my parents, went there for an investigation at the Mackey Mansion with two investigators from that area, Denise and Selma. They invited me. They had the house. It was for ourselves that night. Mm-hmm. Dawn, she's the general manager, and her son Halen, who does the haunted tours and stuff. They were so sweet. They did like tea for us, and we like ate in the main dining room, and she had cookies set out. So it's really, really sweet. And then she told, or she had actually had Halen tell us about the history. I've already had him on my podcast too, so I kind of know it all, but my mom hasn't. And I mean, I can get into more details on our slumber party because there's kind of a long story involved, but my mom has never had a paranormal experience. And
really,
I bring her along with me in a lot of things. And she was starting to feel like maybe I shouldn't bring her anymore because she feels like she's like a cooler.
Yes. And cooler, for those who don't know, is somebody who just like sucks the luck out of the room. You don't want to have one at a gambling table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Did
realized
you
I
forget
forgot
your engagement ring?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, I hate when I do that.
Did my aura ring remind you?
Yes.
Not sponsored, but I can't shut up about it.
And I'm so used to like fiddling with it with my finger because it always turns and it's like facing inward. So like I always have a habit of just doing this to like make it face right. And I went to do that when I saw your ring and I was like, oh, damn it, it's not on again.
Bridget's not wearing her engagement ring.
I know. I was just on a trip away from home and now I'm not wearing my ring. What does it mean?
You met a ghost.
It means I put lotion on today.
Yeah.
And but anyway, long story short, my mom had her first paranormal experience.
What happened?
You want me to say it here? I was going to say it for the slumber
we can
party.
save it for a Patreon. Yeah, but I think that's cute.
Yeah, and she was like, I am I'm not even a skeptic anymore.
That's exciting.
And I'm so excited. And for me, it just feels like, yeah, big deal. So what? But like, it was very emotional for her when she realized what just happened.
Wow.
Like, she started crying and stuff.
Oh
and
my
like,
God.
I know what I saw. I know what I saw. Like, how could it be? You know, like really.
Oh my God.
And then a funny thing happened to her too that I had to tell you about. Not at the Mackey Mansion, but just in Virginia City. It's a super funny story. But again, that's a slumber party thing because I just feel like it's too much. But then I also, was home for my grandma's birthday. Oh, but first, I had a little time frame that I was home. I was up on the Bobcat, lifting me up on a pallet, all the way up into all of my stuff up there. And this time I brought everything down.
Every single thing?
Everything. Well, there's already a bunch that's on the floor in the middle, but we had put I think there's 32 bins up high. And my sister had done that a long time ago, trying to get some of the stuff up off the ground. But then it was before we were doing this podcast or I was writing my book or anything like that. And now I've had to go up there, as you guys know, so many times. And so, I mean, it was backbreaking stuff. And I need my stepdad to help because he has to, maneuver the Bobcat and lift me up on the pallet and get up there. And one side is really, really high. Anyway, and some of those bins are so heavy. And I was just loading them all on. And then we cleared off. My stepdad obviously doesn't work anymore. So we cleared off a lot of his tools on some of the lower racks and put them in lower racks. And I went through every bin too, like, what's in this one? Do I need anything?
Fun.
And I'm curious. And maybe you guys know the answer to this too. But I found accordion files of like old paperwork, old checkbooks, pay stubs, paperwork, just, tax stuff basically. One was from 2011, one's from 2013. I'm sure I have other years like that too. How long do you have to keep that shit?
It used to be 7 years. Like that was always like the wisdom, that I learned in my 20s or whatever. But lately people are saying do 10 years.
Okay. So either way, 2011, 2013, I can get like a...
Yeah, you can shred those.
Yeah.
And there's companies that'll come do it for you and come shred everything.
Yeah, well, I'll need to go through, because I know if I have 2011 and I have 2013, I have other years too. So I need to wait till I get it all together and figure it out. And there might be things in there like little contracts or something that I want to keep just because it's interesting to see all the
interesting
details.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went through all of that stuff and it was just like, A lot. It was a lot. But I had to do it, not only because I needed stuff for this podcast, but also for my book. Like I'm looking for everything. And that's the other thing I did. I went through every single day of our lives in that 7.5 years we were at the mansion, pulling photos for the book. I wish I could have just like a huge section of photos, because I have so many photos I want to share. But
well, just ask them what they're free to do, because I've always felt like for you, because it's always a challenge when there's been so many books written about Playboy and that era already. Like even when I was selling my book, so many publishers were like, no, Kendra already told that story. And that was just one book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always thought it would be fun if yours was like a regular book, but had almost like an element of coffee table book to it.
yes.
I mean, I don't know what the publisher would be comfortable doing, but I think that would be fun. Because like, especially because you're the crafty one.
Exactly.
I feel like if it was like really visual and cute, that would be
like
a nice addition.
That's what I've been doing. I'm pulling even like cute menus that we help plan for special events. Like I spend time on details like that in the book.
Yeah.
Like I don't just say, oh, we had a pumpkin carving party. I'm like, we had a pumpkin carving party and we made this menu and this is what we had, like spiderweb burgers and you know, or like whatever. We called everything fun names and stuff. And like I actually print, like recopy and put the menus in there for the different events that we got creative with, or the peep teenies and stuff like that. So whether all those details stay and even like the menus were like printed cute sometimes and stuff on like cute paper or whatever. So I think it'd be fun to put in little reproductions of those things.
No, me too. I would love that.
But we'll see. I'm still in the whole like manuscript era.
Yeah.
And then I went to my grandma's birthday, which again, I'll tell you more details about on the slumber party, but 107, you guys.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Breaking records.
I know.
Breaking records and breaking hearts. Have you ever seen that trend where people will be like, oh, my grandma was a heartbreaker back in the day, and then they show a picture when she was young and she was like hot?
No, I haven't seen that.
People do that with like their grandpas a lot, and it'll show what they look like now. And not to be mean, but it's just like you look and they're like, oh, there's no way. And then they come up with the picture and you're like, who was that in 1942?
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good though.
So should we hop in our time machine and go back in time? So we are talking about season 5, episode 8, I think.
I have 7 down.
It could be anything. I could be numbering these podcast episodes wrong. It could just be anything. So we're somewhere in season 5. This episode is called Kentucky Fried. It's all about us going to the Kentucky Derby. This episode first aired on November 23rd, 2008. And in commentary, it kind of sounds like I haven't seen this episode yet.
Oh, I don't. So it sounds like I have, which is weird because I feel like most of them I had not seen.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. You're out of the mansion now. So unless you caught it in real time on E or one of the reruns, like you wouldn't have seen it. Because as you guys know, every Sunday, Hef would show an episode, the newest episode.
And we would typically see like a rough cut way earlier, like months earlier. But maybe I even missed this one.
Yeah.
So back on November 23rd, 2008, the number 1 R&B song was Single Ladies by Beyonce, and the number 1 movie was Twilight.
Single Ladies goes back that far?
Yeah, that's what I felt like hearing. Single Ladies and Twilight. I feel like we're in another era. Like it feels so different from like 2005 when we started Girls Next Door.
That's so funny. I have like a weird... That's interesting you say that because that just made me have a weird memory, which doesn't mean too much for this, but I'll tell you guys anyway what it just brought to me. When the day Twilight premiered, the night Twilight premiered, I was excited for that to come out. And I remember I was in a hotel room for Beaches, and I'm pretty sure I was in San Diego when we were shooting like La Jolla and all that kind of stuff. And I was so excited because I was able to watch the premiere. Like, it's just one of those weird memories that you're like, I know exactly where I was when that happened.
Brings you back to the time. And why did we go to the Kentucky Derby? Did the Hilberts invite us, or what prompted us going to the Kentucky Derby?
Gosh, I don't know. I thought the Barnstable Brown people invited us, but maybe not.
Maybe they did. I feel like the Hilberts were like the intermediaries, maybe, because the Hilberts are this couple who was like friends with Mary. They're super nice, and I know you see Tommy Sue Hilbert in this episode. So I feel like maybe that was the connection and they invited us. And then Hef was like, oh, this could be a cool episode. And of course, like it never occurred to me necessarily that I might go to the Kentucky Derby one day, but it's such an iconic thing. I was super excited about it.
Yeah, I had never even thought about going to the Kentucky Derby. Like it just wasn't something even on my radar. But I love going to something that's a thing, like the Super Bowl or like the Kentucky Derby or Mardi Gras or like I love those kinds of things and like checking them off. Like maybe it's not my cup of tea or maybe it is, but like I love just like saying I did it and experiencing it at least once.
Yes, exactly.
Olympics. I would love to go to an Olympics once.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And they're coming to LA. Yep.
Get your tickets ready.
Did you hear they were doing like I don't know exactly, like a pre-list for selling like tickets? Like you jump on this other list and it like gets you onto when the tickets do come out or something.
God. I hate the way things are sold these days. Like I don't buy a lot of like luxury bags anymore because I feel like I have quite the collection. But I was really excited when Dior came out with that one that's like all green clovers. I was like, oh, I want that one. So I thought it was so cool. We were just having dinner at Wynn one night and I'm like, let's go to Dior. I want to get this bag. And I go in there and they're like, oh, it was like the day it was coming out. They're like, oh, it pre-sold already. And I'm like so over like pre-sale culture and these bullshit lists and like, can't we just go to the store and buy something like the old days?
I have two questions about that. One, how do you know like what designers are coming out with and like what's cute? Because I don't see any of that. And I know it's because I never buy anything like that. But
just social media, just things that'll come up on my feed. They were posting about this coming out and it was so cute. It's like a little lady Dior bag with like little green shamrocks all over it and a tiny ladybug. It's so cute.
See, I feel like something like that I would think is really cute and I might like actually, because it's so themed, I might actually like want to buy something like that. But like I never even knew that existed. And I know I have one designer handbag. That's it.
Well, clearly a lot of people did because they pre-ordered the fuck out of it. So.
Yeah. But I'm like, how do I open myself up to finding even like, or like super cute shoes by like designers and stuff. Like I see some people and they, like usually when I go into the store, it's just your basic. There might be something different or whatever. But like then I see people walking around with like the cutest ass shoes and they're so themed and cute. I'm like, what? I would have bought those. Where? I didn't even know those existed.
I think it's because you're not on social media very much. And maybe when you are, your algorithm just isn't curated toward that.
Definitely not curated towards that. So I just have to start like poking in some of those things in my search and then they'll start popping up probably. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do that.
Or liking and sharing things of that genre and then you'll get fed it like crazy.
Yeah. I know you guys have heard me talking about O Positive before, the women's health company that offers a range of symptom targeting supplements that support women at every stage of life, from their first period to well beyond their last. They are proud to have the best-selling women's health products at Target and on Amazon, Vaginal Probiotics. It's one of the top 5 supplements on Amazon, and they have multiple #1 products in Target for intimate care, PMS, and menopause categories. So what's so special about O Positive's products? They create real, tangible results with ingredients that are backed by clinical studies and shaped by board-certified doctors. O Positive is committed to breaking down stigmas and addressing issues many women experience: hormone health, vaginal health, menopause, and so much more. Uro is a probiotic blend specifically formulated to support vaginal health. It balances healthy vaginal pH, supports healthy vaginal smell, and maintains healthy vaginal flora. Women all over the country rave about Uro. Just listen to some of these reviews. This product is a life changer. Talk about build up your sex life and confidence. My husband loves them and noticed a difference during intimacy. Every woman needs this. Or this one, I've been insecure about the taste and smell down there, but this probiotic really helps balance out my system so I can go out feeling confident and sexy. Take proactive care of your health and head to opositive.com/nextlevel or enter next level at checkout for 25% off your first purchase. That's opositiv.com/nextlevel for 25% off. Are you guys like me? Do you have a list of clothes that you either damaged a piece and you want to get it back, but they don't make it anymore? Or maybe you were going to get it when it came out and then you didn't and you still wished you had it.
You guys, I have a list like that, and it's so fun to go on Poshmark and try and find these pieces now. I may have told you guys already that I just found this juicy hoodie, zip hoodie that I've been looking for on there. You guys, it was new with tags, and I got it more than 50% off of the normal price. I was so excited. I'm also looking for this Aviator Nation hoodie. There was the exact one I wanted, and I just didn't jump on it quick enough, and somebody else got it. So now every day I'm like refreshing, looking for that piece. I also went a little crazy the other day, and I bought a whole bunch of dresses from House of CB. I just love their stuff, and yeah, I went a little crazy on Poshmark getting those. Poshmark is the leading fashion resale marketplace shaped by real people and real style. Millions of new and pre-loved items, from daily wardrobe staples to vintage and luxury fashion, archive-worthy pieces you thought were missed forever, current essentials, one-of-one vintage finds. It's all there. And if you're ready for a closet refresh, you can earn real money selling the pieces that you're ready to part with, reaching more than 80 million users on the platform. New deals and styles are listed every day, so don't wait. Download the Poshmark app and use code NEXTLEVEL when you sign up to get $10 off your first purchase. Or shop now at poshmark.com/nextlevel and get $10 off your first purchase. That's Poshmark, POSHMARK.com/nextlevel.
Because I want to see. I was like, are people still buying like magazines? Like, do you see this stuff in like Vogue, or like, where are we getting this information?
Oh God, fashion magazines are just so not what they used to be. So back to the episode, we open up with some kind of circusy music and some cute shots of the birds in the backyard. We go into your room. All three of us are in there, which is a refreshing sight. And you ask Kendra what she's doing today, and she says she's starting to clean her room. And I wrote, this is such a refreshing scene, especially in this season, because I'm certain we were all told to come in there so Hef can come in and tell us for the first time, quote unquote, that we're going to the Kentucky Derby. But it feels very organic, kind of. And especially season 5, where Kendra's pulling away so much and not wanting to do anything with us. This whole episode was refreshing because we're kind of like all three together and doing things together and having fun together. And it's just like a cute, like it feels like a throwback to season 1 or 2. Like we're just all in your room.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Like I really liked this episode because I felt like it was sort of like the old ones. Like we're all, it's about all three of us and all three of us doing something together. 4 of us, I guess you could say too. But like, especially the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody's getting along really well. It just feels like the way the show was supposed to be in this episode.
Yeah, it really does. I'm just lounging on the floor while Kendra's ranting about her room, and Hef comes in.
You're lounging on the floor with Winnie.
Yeah. And I don't want to I'm not trying to be mean about his looks to be mean about his looks, but I'm pointing this out because I think it's just maybe indicative of a little bit of where he was at and then how that affected our relationship moving forward. But he walks in and I feel like he looks terrible. I feel like he looks years older out of the blue. I feel like he looks tired and grumpy. And we're going to get kind of a grumpy moment behind the scenes in this episode, even though we're all in a great mood. And I just felt like, when our relationship started to fall apart, the last few months we were there were a lot of reasons I wanted out of the relationship, but also because he was getting grumpy out of nowhere. And just, I don't know if there were pressures going on in his professional life that I just didn't know about because I was so buried in one part of it at the studio, or if it was aging, or like sometimes some of the first signs of dementia are like getting mean. But like I can see it on him when he walks in the room.
You know what I should do? I should look back at our schedules because I have most of them, and also I can see if I have the one for that week, because I also noticed as I've been going through the schedules for my book that he is having a lot of procedures done too.
Like what?
Dental work.
Yeah.
And
I remember going with him for like MRIs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll have to look what the other things are. It's nothing like major, like there's nothing like wrong, but he was getting dental implants put in, and that's kind of like a long, tedious thing happening. And so he would have to like be fasting and not taking medication or like all these different things. Like you can see, and then having all this blood work done and seeing the nurse and seeing the this and the that. And there was a couple other things too, minor stuff that he was also getting done, but it just seemed like there was a lot of appointments and a lot of blood work and a lot of fasting and a lot of this and that.
And
so
for someone like him, that's got to be a nightmare. Just the fasting, the having to leave the house when you don't want to.
Well, going downstairs and seeing the nurse. I think she came to the house and drew the blood. And then doctor's appointment. Like there just seemed like a lot of that going on. Like every time I'm looking at the schedule, I'm like, oh, he's prepping for another procedure again. Prepping for another. One was a colonoscopy. One was like, there was just like a bunch of things. And I know he was always dealing with like his PSA, the prostate count.
I don't know.
You don't remember him? He'd always like, every time his PSA came back normal, he'd be like so excited and tell us all about it.
Yeah, I think I just like brushed it off because I was always so like weirdly optimistic about him. I just thought, oh, he's going to live to be 100 and he's going to be like great up until the moment he dies, which is so like weird and unrealistic. And it's not really something I sat and consciously thought about. It was just kind of this underlying belief and assumption I had that he was like somehow superhuman. And because he was so active for his age, at the age I met him, I'm like, oh, he's going to live to be 100 just like his mom and he's going to be fine up until that last minute. Like I never thought I would be like bedside nurse. I was willing to do that, but I never thought I would actually have to do that.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely thought the same way too. But I also think that part of that longevity is doing all these appointments and taking care of your teeth and like doing these things, even though I know Hef doesn't want to do any of this stuff. I mean, nobody really does, you know, but like especially somebody like Hef who doesn't leave the house for anything. So, but it just seemed like there was a lot in this time period. So it may just be that he's feeling a little, you know, maybe he just had a procedure like the day before or something. I also did see that he had a neck procedure with Dr. Ryan.
Oh, that same doctor that did Patty?
Yes.
Why do I not remember that? I feel like that would have been a big deal.
I do too, but I don't remember it at the mansion, but it's on the schedule.
And it happened at the mansion?
Well, not the surgery.
Oh, you mean like us living there?
Yeah, it happened while we were there.
Why don't I remember that? It must have been like super minor.
It must have been.
Yeah.
I think it was probably just like a little pullback or something, which is crazy because I don't remember him healing from that. I don't remember
Me either.
him like going in for that and waiting to see if there's going to be some big difference. And I feel like it was just like a thing. I don't know. Maybe at the time, maybe I wasn't thinking of it as like a cosmetic thing. Maybe I just thought he was getting something done, like not even putting two and two together.
Or do you think it could have been on the schedule and he like canceled at the last minute? Because I feel like if he had a plastic surgery when I was there, there's no way I wouldn't have like known about it.
It's possible he canceled, but it is on there. Yeah.
So he walks in, he says, how would you guys like to go to the Kentucky Derby? He tells us we're invited to the Barnstable Browns Celebrity Gala, which is the big Kentucky Derby party that happens every year. And I'm kicking my leg way up in the air, and it looks like Hef is like hypnotized by like, because my leg is up, by like my crotch area. I don't think that's what it is, but the way they cut it, it's funny. Because like I kick up my leg and he just goes for a second before like moving on.
I didn't notice
It's just
that.
like a funny moment. And then he tells us there was once a horse named Hugh Hefner in the Kentucky Derby. And they show a clip of it. And he says there were just all these funny things they were saying, like Hugh Hefner's coming up in the rear and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's funny. And of course, the first thing I'm excited is we get to get big hats.
Yeah. So the next scene is they cut to a Beverly Hills hat boutique. And how is it pronounced? Is it Ariani or Ariane? The hat
I thought
store?
it was Ariane's.
Oh.
But I'm not positive. A couple of things I wanted to say that we did in commentary too. One, Kendra says she ordered fried chicken while she was there, and it came with the nasty brown mustard.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And I talk about the French's mustard thing that I want to do.
Oh yeah. Your
Way back
commercial.
then.
Yeah.
I didn't know I mentioned the commercial idea back. I didn't know I had it that long ago. Like I've always thought it, but I didn't know I thought it way back then. And then Kendra keeps going on and on and on in this episode about how much she loves Kentucky, which I thought was very strange. Not that I didn't like Kentucky. I thought it was great. Been back a few times since, and I have nothing against Kentucky. But she just keeps going, I love Kentucky. Oh my God, you guys, I love Kentucky so much. Kentucky, oh, that's my favorite place. Like going on, and
Interesting.
I feel like it's really interesting. And so I was just curious too if you liked it and if you've been back since.
I have not been back. I haven't had occasion to be back, but I had a great experience going, but I felt like we didn't see much outside of what we did.
Right.
So I can't really comment on Kentucky in general.
Yeah. I've been back twice to Kentucky, but like they were for like a club appearance type thing.
Oh, so you're really just in and out.
Yeah. Oh, and one of the times I was in Louisville doing a club appearance the next morning with actually Crystal McCahill.
Oh, fun.
And there was a group of playmates there. I forget who was all there, but I set my alarm, and the next morning I woke up to the phone ringing in my room, and they're like, your driver's waiting for you to take you to the airport. My alarm didn't go off. I accidentally set it to PM.
No. Oh God. That's why I do one of the reasons I do military time on my phone.
And I had 10 minutes to throw all my shit in my bag. I go, tell them I'm coming. And I was like, oh my God, I never left so fast. And I was mildly hungover, and it was and you're rushing, and it was awful. Nothing to do with Kentucky, just, but I've had a good time in Kentucky every time I've been there, and I want to go back. I want to do this whole thing again.
Are there any haunted destinations in Kentucky you want to go to?
100%, the number one place on my bucket list.
What is it?
Waverly Hills.
Okay, I get Waverly Hills mixed up with the Creeper Place. What's the Creeper Place?
That is the Creeper Place.
Wait, you've never been to the Creeper Place?
No.
I feel like you have because you've interviewed so many people from there.
And anytime they have Waverly Hills on their list, I'm always like, I need to know, what was your experience like? And did you see the Creeper?
Oh, well, next week on this podcast, I'm going to ask you what your bucket list is. Is that on it?
Absolutely.
Ooh, you have to go.
Yeah, I always say if I ever go back to Kentucky again, I'm for sure doing that.
I think you need to make a point. I think for how much you're into paranormal, you just need to make a point of planning the trip.
Yeah. And then I talk about also how hard this episode is for me to watch. I have very, very mixed feelings about this episode.
Oh, tell me more.
I love it for all the reasons we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I don't like it for what happens at the end that we're going to get into.
Yeah.
And I was really upset because they didn't acknowledge it at all in this episode. And
in the beginning.
Well, they didn't at all.
They had to do an addendum way after
on
the
the
fact.
DVD.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in the real episode. And I was adamant from the moment that they do something about it. And we'll get to it. I'm not trying to be too secretive about it, but I still want to spoil it before we get to it. But I was so pissed that they didn't do it. And Kendra was talking about in commentary how a lot of the fans were pissed too that nothing was said. And so I think that's why he ended up adding it on the DVDs. But to me, when the DVDs come out, a year later or whatever, that's too late.
Right.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
And you should have done it in the time.
So the other day I did my full makeup. I had several recordings throughout the day. First I had 2 hours of Ghost Bunny recordings, and then I went straight into recording with Holly for one of our slumber parties. And in fact, I was running late. I texted Holly, I'm running 15 minutes late. I didn't even have time to go check the mirror and check my face. You guys, when I got done recording, I had mascara all underneath my eyes. My face was greasy. It was patchy. It was bad. It was bad. So if you've ever had that happen and you felt like your makeup was working against your skin, try organic makeup that works like skincare. That's how I discovered Ogee. Ogee is a certified organic beauty brand that truly performs like luxury makeup. Apparently, most makeup is 80 to 90% pigment and filler. Ogee's Crystal Contour Collection flips that. It's nearly 90% skincare ingredients, green coffee oil, elderberry extract, ingredients I'd spend real money on in serious skincare. They just happen to also be in my blush. It's one of those routines that feels both elevated and effortless. It's 3 sticks. Oh, you guys are so excited about this because it's so easy. So it's 3 sticks. There's a copper one for warmth. Obviously, I use that for all of my bronzing and contouring. Then there's a rose quartz one for blush and the opal stick for glow for all your highlighting needs. You can do your whole face in like 5 minutes. If you are ready to raise your beauty standards, Ogee's got you covered. Go to ogee.com/nextlevel and use code NEXTLEVEL for 15% off. That's ogee.com/nextlevel and enter code NEXTLEVEL to get 15% off.
Here's something that keeps me up at night as a parent. Our kids are the first generation growing up on ultra-processed foods, and the long-term effects, we're only beginning to understand them. And that's exactly why Hiya exists, to give parents a real solution in a market flooded with kids' vitamins that prioritize candy-like appeal over actual nutrition. What makes Hiya different is how thoughtfully it's designed. They looked at what modern kids are actually eating or not eating and formulated around those specific nutritional gaps. I love Hiya vitamins. My kids had so much fun with their first order because they come in these really cute, colorful containers, and you get stickers so they get to play around and customize their own personal little container. And I have tried the vitamins myself, so I can say they are actually delicious. And here's something every parent needs to hear. If getting your kids to eat vegetables feels like an impossible daily battle, Hiya's new Kids Daily Greens Plus Superfoods is a total game changer. It's basically chocolate milk stuffed with veggies. It's a greens powder designed specifically for kids that's packed with 55 plus whole food sourced ingredients. Just mix 1 scoop with milk or milk alternative and watch them actually enjoy something that's secretly fueling their growing bodies. We've worked out a special deal with Hiya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim this deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/nextlevel. This deal is not available on their regular website. Go to hiyahealth.com/nextlevel and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
So yeah, we're in the hat store.
And this is very cute because like you and Kendra are just doing a cute scene together.
Yeah.
When was nobody's going to know. When was the last time you and Kendra did a scene together?
Yeah, I don't know.
Has it ever? I'm sure it's happened at some point, but when the fuck was it? And it's just such a nice scene because like we've been complaining about like over the episodes, like she just wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Which in some cases was fine. Like in the moment, I was glad she didn't go on the 55th search with us because I just knew it wouldn't be her thing and she'd probably ruin it for everybody. But you know, it is nice to see you guys together in a scene.
Yeah. Well, the reason this happened too is because obviously we have to get hats and she just wasn't even sure where to begin to get a hat like this and or what to get or whatever. So I told her, let's go. I'll go with you. There's this place on Melrose that does hats. They gave us permission to film there. So we went there and we were basically looking for hats for her because, well, maybe this is a good time to ask you, how did you come up with your outfit idea?
Oh, okay. So the reason I did not go hat shopping with you guys is I already knew from the minute somebody said we're going to the Kentucky Derby what my hat was going to be. Because like I said before, like I never thought I would necessarily go. But when I think of the Kentucky Derby, I had seen some kind of travel show years prior. It was probably like a Samantha Brown or something. I want to collab with her. I feel like I need to collab with her because I talk about her all the time. But so I'd seen some old travel show. And they were talking about like Kentucky Derby and everything people do for the Derby and getting ready. And there's a hat contest. And they were showing people who entered the hat contest. And there was this woman who had a hat. And on the brim of her hat, there was like a windmill and little horses. And I was like, that is the extra hat that I need. And I like My Little Ponies were my favorite growing up. So I knew I was going to make a hat with like tiny My Little Ponies on it. I just knew immediately. So I did not need to go hat shopping.
I didn't need to go hat shopping either because I knew I was going to have mine custom made with the outfit. But I just went with Kendra to help her find a hat and to do the scene with her and stuff. My outfit, well, how did you figure out like your color scheme and stuff like that in your dress?
Well, I think I went and found like a wide brimmed hat, wanted a white one. There probably weren't a lot of colors out there. So I picked the white one, picked the My Little Ponies, thought pink was cute. And then I had this dress made. I don't know if I think Trashy made it, but it was based on this other dress I have that was like, I think it was like a Jessica McClintock, like prom dress or something, but it's exactly like this, but instead of like pink lace, it's black lace. But I'm like, I want one like this, but like pink to match the hat. And
oh, okay. For me, a couple of months earlier, like in March or so, I found these shoes. I was just like, and they were so pretty. They were yellow with like pink roses and greenery on them, all over them. Little peep toe, and they are Betsy Johnson, and I fell in love with the shoes. But they're very specific and such a color that I had nothing to wear them with for the longest time. So when actually probably April rolls around a month later, and we're going to the Kentucky Derby, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a dress made that goes with those. I want to wear those shoes to the Kentucky Derby, so I'm gonna have a dress made and a hat made that go with those shoes. And I wanted to wear those shoes here today, but they are in my storage here in LA in a box I can't get to.
Yeah.
So, but I have a funny story about those shoes. So years later, so like a few years ago, I forget where I was, but I was backstage at an event and Betsy Johnson was having a fashion show there. So I'm backstage with Betsy Johnson, and I'm, of course, a huge fan of hers. And I'm talking to her, and I knew she was going to be there, so I wore those shoes. I have other Betsy Johnson shoes, too, but they're just my favorite ones. And I wore those shoes, and I went up to her, and I was talking to her, and I was like, oh, by the way, and I wore these shoes. And she looked at them, and she was like, those are so old. And it was a little bit like weird. Like I felt a little uncomfortable. Like she thought like they were too old to be wearing, like not in style anymore.
That's
but they're
so weird. You'd think she'd be like so excited that you had like these vintage shoes. Like, oh, you remember that collection from blah, blah, blah.
But then later, or just not even later, just recently, I just saw an interview with her, and she's all about like old, like her closet is all stuff from like the 90s and early 2000s and stuff. And like she's all about that. So I don't know if
maybe it was just one of those weird things where like in real time you don't know what to say.
Maybe, or maybe I just read it wrong because I don't know her very well or whatever. But so maybe I just like misunderstood her tone or something. But I was like, oh, then I felt embarrassed that I was wearing like super old shoes.
It's interesting to know the shoes came first because later when you put them on in this episode, I was like, damn, those match perfectly. Where'd you find those?
Yeah, but I had a dress mishap. So I went to Trashy and I brought the shoes and I'm like, I need a dress that matches this. And I want the big bow on the back, which I got, and the hat that matches. And they were like, okay. So then I go back to pick up the dress, and this is like almost the last minute, like a few days before we're ready to leave. It was completely wrong.
Oh,
the dress was this, I know we've had a thing about this before, chartreuse. And some people think it's a pink, but it is not. It is a greeny yellow, I think of booger color.
Yeah.
And I don't like that color at all. And they made the dress that color.
Weird.
And I freaked out, and they were like, well, you said to match the shoes, and that matches the shoes. I'm like, this is a yellow in the shoes, not that. And at first they didn't want to fix it for me. And then I think it was Dot. It was either Dot or Edie was like, no, we have to do this over. Like, it's clearly wrong. Like, what? And so then they did it with this yellow. And I actually like the inside yellow better than this outside yellow.
Yeah, the inside yellow is really pretty.
I know.
It's like butter.
Yes, I wanted this color.
Oh.
But I got this color. And I picked it up and I was like, I still didn't love it, but now I gotta go. Like it's time.
0 hour.
Yeah, I can't change it anymore.
I think it's cute because it's like so bright, and like if you're gonna go do the Kentucky Derby, might as well be bold.
Yeah, but just so you guys know, it was supposed to be like more like this color.
Butter, yeah.
And the hat too, but anyway, so I had like a little dress mishap. I feel like a whole like thing mishap.
Oh, well, I couldn't tell because I thought it was fun and cute.
And then they made a custom petticoat for it too. That was the hot pink. And for some reason, it wasn't with the dress. So I'm wearing a different petticoat underneath it today. But I only mentioned that because you'll see the petticoat in a scene coming up. And this is clearly not the one.
Kendra brought her dress in her purse to try to match it at the store.
Which is so weird because our purse isn't even that big. And she's like, I brought my dress. And I'm thinking, how could she have brought her dress?
It's like the Mary Poppins bag. You're just bringing stuff out of it.
And then she pulls it out. And obviously the dress is small and it's one of those little bandage dresses and stuff. But still, it seemed like it would never fit in her small handbag.
You guys try on some really funny little fascinator hats. And there's one Kendra puts on that I love. It reminds me of a little orange beehive.
Oh, is it
like it looks like a literal beehive, kind of a
the
little
yellow
hat.
and pink one?
That one I like too, but it was like orange and it looks like a swirly beehive with like little things on it. It's so cute.
That, I'm going to say we had a lot of fun doing that. Like,
you know what's funny? It reminds me of the wig scene from the last episode, except this actually fits the theme of the episode.
Yeah.
And I think it's giving Kevin a little bit of the shopping spree he always wanted.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it was really fun trying on all the hats, even though I knew I wasn't really going to get one from there.
Because they do have cute, funny hats that are like fun to look at.
And they custom make stuff too. So like if you want something specific, I feel like if I remember right, Kendra kind of was doing this last minute. Shocker.
Are we surprised?
Yeah. And I don't think, like, they did redo the hat in a bigger size, the one she picked, but I think it was too late to like create a full new custom hat. But they do that there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Good to know.
And then Kendra says like 800 times in this episode how big her head is. And I think we've heard this before with like the helmets for things. And
I wonder if she really has a big head or just a lot of hair, because she does have really thick hair.
yeah,
So
I don't know.
Who knows?
But they're measuring it.
And you know what they cut from? The last hat they show looks a little like a brown like peahen, like a peacock, that the girl peacock.
Yeah.
And then they cut to the peacocks at the mansion.
Yes.
I wonder if
Which
that
is-
was on purpose. It was really cute.
For sure that was on purpose. But that hat I thought was so cool at the time.
Uh-huh.
Like, I was like, oh, this one's cool. And I say it in commentary, and you're like, then why didn't you get it? And I'm like, because it was like $1,000 and I didn't like have something I wanted to, it wasn't going to go with my outfit. But yeah, so that's funny. And then I was asking too, like, what comes first when you're trying to like pick your Kentucky Derby outfit? Do you start with the hat and then find an outfit that goes with it? Do you find an outfit, then find the hat? Or in my case, I found the shoes and then created the outfit. Like, I wonder what's supposed to come first.
Right. I wonder.
Or not supposed to, because obviously you can do it however you want. But like, what do most people do? You're going to the Kentucky Derby. Do you find that hat? Or do you find the outfit and then find a hat?
Yeah. People that go every year, I wonder, what do they do?
Yeah, or even people, I know people
Or
just
custom
have
mix and match.
Kentucky Derby parties at home too and do the whole hat thing and stuff. So I'm just curious what most people do.
So it cuts back to the mansion. I'm in the dining room with Juliana and Sarah. And Juliana's like playing with the My Little Ponies I got. And she goes, they're going to take a shit. And, and she's like, you need to put some whoppers behind them on the hat.
Whoppers would be too big for those ponies.
Yeah.
You need like
a
little raisinets or
giant
something.
Turd. Ew, raisinets. Do it like a turd.
Chocolate sixlets.
Yeah.
Sixlets. How do you say that word? Sixlets.
Okay, you guys know how much I work out, and lately I've been wanting to switch it up and concentrate on different things now. And I have, I'm sure you guys probably do too, a folder or like a bunch of saved Instagram posts full of moves that are going to give me a great butt, fabulous arms, flat abs, but I never actually do them. And I've been doing my same routine for years now, but I've finally switched it up to Ladder. Ladder is an expert strength training plan, not a content library. It's not influencer workouts or challenges. It's real progressive programming designed by certified coaches. So it feels like I have my own trainer. I get a new plan every week and it builds on the last one. So the workouts actually connect. Each week it progresses from the one before through structured training blocks. And you pick the style that you prefer. So if you want Pilates, it's there. Bodybuilding, you got it. At home dumbbell only. Hybrid strength, glute focused programs. Come on, we all want that. Kettlebells, pre and postnatal. And whether you train at home or at the gym, or you guys, even on the road, I've been taking this on the road with me. There's a plan there for you. And here's the best part. It costs less than $1 a day. That's elite level personal training for a fraction of what you'd pay in person. Remove the guesswork with Ladder and get a real coach in your ear telling you exactly what to do for every workout. No thinking, everything planned for you. If you have an iPhone, head to ladder.fit/nextlevel and take a quick quiz to find your perfect Ladder plan. Use my link and get a free 7-day trial with no credit card and $10 off your first month if you join.
So I was so excited when I made this hat because it was just exactly what I pictured. I went and try it on and I bring it back to the girls, show them, and then they do a funny animation of like me in my bedroom, like on a hobby horse wearing the hat.
Yeah.
And this is why I think I have not seen this episode yet, or maybe just not the finished product, is in commentary. I freak out over that animation. I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen that.
Yeah. Sarah looks like she's not convinced that that should be your hat.
She's like, oh, I don't know.
Okay, I wouldn't wear it, but
I know. So the next shot is us getting on the private plane to Kentucky, and we're on the stairs up to the plane, and we're posing for a picture. And that picture, the way we're posed, it looks so cute. And just the fact that we have no pictures from the Kentucky Derby, I'm so bummed. And you can see HEF'S photographer Elaine in this episode a lot, which is weird because she hated to be on camera and she didn't typically travel with us either. It was usually like another photographer, like she did sometimes. So I'm like, and around this time, like we've been saying this for a while, she was kind of like piecing out and not doing as much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, she's back with a vengeance and just on camera. Like this is weird, but we never got any of those pictures. So it's a bummer.
I think she just had to come with for some reason. Like have obviously wants pictures of this and have it photographed.
Maybe nobody else was available.
Yeah, and I feel like it was just maybe a timing thing because I feel like if she could have had somebody else do it, she would have.
James was hired by Playboy to be at the Playboy party with us and gave me some pictures from that. So I have a photo book for you coming. But it's not very many pictures, so it doesn't even take up a full photo book. So there's all these blank pages in the back, but you could like put stickers or whatever there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real bummer because...
Stickers? What the fuck am I talking about? I meant like pictures or like whatever. I'm like, who's collecting stickers at our ripe old age?
I know, I was thinking it too, but I was like, okay, well, maybe she put stickers. I don't... You know what? Somewhere, that just reminded me, somewhere in my mess at my parent, I was going to say my grandparents, my parents' house, I have this giant bin full of Mrs. Grossman stickers.
Are those like, what stickers are those?
Mrs. Grossman, it's like a thing.
I probably recognize them if I saw them.
You would recognize their style.
Stickers were such a thing for kids in the 80s. And sometimes I'll see like a retro TikTok of somebody like opening their old sticker book and it's like the same sticker book I had with like the same stickers.
Yes.
Like, and it just brings it back.
I guarantee you they were Mrs. Grossman.
Were they the like scratch and sniff ones?
No.
Like, okay.
No.
Were they just like cute little things? Like a big one that like my cousin had and me and my sister had was called Dress the Bride. And it was like a bride and you put like all her clothes on her.
I think that's Mrs. Grossman.
Yeah. So I'm picturing.
Yeah. And the Mrs. Grossman sticker factory was close to where I grew up. Mm-hmm. And so I've done like tours on how the stickers are made. And you can go buy a bunch of stickers. And I have like piles of stickers.
Yeah, that was such an 80s kid experience that I don't think translated to future generations. Like my kids, like sometimes they'll get handed a sticker at certain things, but they're not into stickers and never were in the same way. I think, I don't know, I guess like in the 90s, like kids got Pokemon cards and Pogs and then like stickers aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, but it was a huge thing.
A big deal.
And also I was doing scrapbooking before coming to the mansion. And in that era of scrapbooking, stickers were huge. Like you didn't have a page without stickers all over it. And they have all the cute ones like Paris or, you know, I love New York and like travel ones and stuff. Like campfire ones, like just all this stuff.
Yeah, and even like trading cards in the 80s for kids were stickers. Like Garbage Pail Kids were also stickers. Like you could peel it off the card. It's so interesting.
What was your Garbage Pail Kid?
My personal one?
Well, like what was Holly?
Oh, there was Holly Wood, which was a wooden doll that was getting like woodpecked to death.
Oh.
I think there were a couple different Hollys, but that was the one I remember.
It's interesting. There's a Bridget one and it's a Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, Bridget Bride.
Yeah.
I think it is something like that. And then there's Bridget the Midget, I think. I think that's the one. And then there's one other Bridget one. I got all 3 of them.
Interesting. There was one that was a Playboy bunny. It was called Armpit Brit. It was a Cabbage Patch doll in a Playboy bunny outfit, and she's like holding up a tray, and she has armpit hair that's yarn, like a Cabbage Patch would be.
Yeah, that's funny.
How did Garbage Pail Kids get away with that? Like, how did Cabbage Patch Kids not sue? Because they looked exactly like Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, well, I guess because you can do like a parody or a pun.
But that's like an extended parody that they're like making a lot of money on, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know.
And potentially brand damaging because the Garbage Pail Kids were like gross and very politically incorrect. And like Cabbage Patch Kids are like a family toy. Mm-hmm. Especially back then. Like I feel like you can get away with stuff like that more now. But like back then, I'm just surprised that they were allowed to continue.
Yeah. So interesting. Mm-hmm. Did you have a Cabbage Patch Kid?
Definitely not in the early days when they were super popular because we just like didn't have access to that. So we had like off-brand ones like called like Flower Kids and stuff like that. Oh. But when I was a little bit older, after like the craze was over, I got one and her name was Flora Florence and she was very cute.
I was obsessed and it was impossible to get one and they, whatever. And then somebody had an extra one and my mom got it for me for Christmas and I was super excited. But she wasn't exactly the style I wanted. Like I wanted one with the big pigtails.
Well, you couldn't pick because you were adopting them. So you would like order a Cabbage Patch Kid from the catalog and it would be like you could ask for a girl or you could ask for a boy, but you didn't know what you were going to get.
Oh,
I think you could ask for skin color too, because I had a black one and I specifically wanted the black one because in the catalog they had a picture of a bunch of them and the black one was the cutest.
Well, we had them in the store. It's just they were.
Oh, right.
They were all picked up.
I was on an island somewhere. Sorry, I forgot that real life existed.
So, I mean, if you got there and there were some, you could obviously pick. But
you couldn't if you were ordering though from the catalog. You couldn't pick.
Well, you couldn't really pick in real life either because they would go so fast and people were like literally fighting over these things, you guys. But somebody in our family had somebody who had an extra one and my parents bought it from them. And I still have her to this day. Her name was Josie Jacqueline.
Aww.
And she had short blonde hair and she was cute, nothing wrong with her or whatever, but I really, really, really wanted one with like the pigtails.
Yeah.
And later I bought myself one with the pigtails. And then I was really obsessed too with wanting a preemie one.
Oh, I remember when the preemies came out.
Yes.
Those were a thing.
Yes.
They're so tiny.
Yes, and they smell so good. Like I can smell
the baby
my
powder
Cabbage Patch Kid right now.
My sister had a preemie, and when we would go like on road trips with our family, we would like hide in the back seat and we'd stick the preemie in the window and make it wave at people. And it sounds so fucking dumb, but people got the biggest kick out of it. Like people would like freak out because this was like back in the day, like we were just not entertained the way we are now. Like anything was novel, anything was fun. And like people would love seeing like the waving Cabbage Patch Kid.
Well, think about it. You're on a road trip and you guys, this is before podcasts. This is before even like
phones.
Oh, definitely before phones. But like a lot of times like radio stations didn't even come in if you were in certain areas.
Right. We used to listen. I don't know how my parents did it because like when we would come down like once a year, whatever, from Alaska, we would do like a road trip, go visit family. We would listen. They would have cassette tapes of like kid music, like really stupid Disney songs. Like not even the Disney songs from the movie, but just like Donald Duck singing something stupid.
Oh, yeah.
And listen to it over. I don't know how they did it. Because if I'm on a long road trip with my kids, like sometimes it's hard if they want to pick the music. I'm like, okay, I'm the one driving, but I'm gonna let them pick the music. And it's annoying to me even though they have like they can go through my phone and like look up like any music they want.
Yeah.
I don't know how my parents did it because it was the same Donald Duck tape for like.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that would be, I feel like what I was going to say is that would be entertaining to see that, like, something interesting to see on the road.
Yeah. Or like those stupid Garfield dolls that people would have stuck to the window. Like we thought it was so cool to like spot one of those.
Yeah. Did you play the games too, like Slug Bug or like how many different states you see the license plates from and stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right. So we are getting on the plane and they don't show it, but there is somebody else on our flight with us because I think the Kentucky Derby or the Barnstable Brown party probably is the one who sent the jet for us.
Oh.
And so there's somebody else we are sharing it with, an actor who didn't want to be on camera.
I don't remember this. Who was it?
Oh, you don't?
Who was it?
Am I not supposed to say why you're looking at me?
No, say it. I don't.
I
just don't remember.
Ed Norton. was on our flight with us.
Oh.
And he was very nice, but he didn't want to be on our TV show. That's
so
a shocker. Yeah. So, and then in commentary, Kendra's talking about how she has such a crush on him.
Yeah.
Which
They
is
must have
interesting.
Connected. Yeah.
Because he does not seem like her type
not her
at
type.
all.
Yeah.
At all. And what I liked about this too is it actually shows a little bit of the playing time. It shows like in the cockpit a little bit. It shows Mary and Kendra confused about how to put their seatbelts on.
I'm reading a giant book.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
You and I reading. It looks like I'm doing homework, but later in commentary, I said I was actually reading the Rough of the Girls Next Door book.
Oh.
So like,
Yeah.
Going through
We're
like
doing our coffee
any,
table book around this time.
Yeah, any edits that I wanted
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know. And it shows Hef and Keith are playing cards, and I just feel like it's kind of interesting to see like what people were doing, where people were sitting, how like what is it like when you're doing that. And I don't think it was a super long flight. Like it's not like going to Europe or anything like that. I think it was
like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 4 hours or
yeah.
something.
Instacart is more than a grocery technology platform. It's a care company designed to make life easier. It connects you to thousands of stores across the United States, giving you time back to focus on what matters most. With just a few taps, you can shop from your favorite stores and have quality groceries and household essentials carefully selected and ready for pickup or delivered to your door in as fast as 30 minutes. Instacart helps take care of delivering the things you need with the quality you deserve so that you're free to take care of life. I've been an Instacart user for so long. I started using it when I was married, which was years ago. So it's probably been like almost 10 years or something. And I love it so much. I have barely been in a grocery store in the past 10 years because of it. I always order my food items from there, and you can get more than just groceries. I've ordered towels. I've ordered household essentials. It just saves so much time and so much driving around. I'm always talking about being overwhelmed, having too much on my plate, all the back and forth I have to do. So using Instacart has definitely been such a big help for me. I can't even explain it. The weekly restock can feel like a lot, whether you're shopping just for yourself or managing meals for your whole family. With Instacart, you can take care of everything on your list without making a trip to the store. From meal prepping for the week to restocking the essentials, Instacart makes it easier to get it all done without adding an errand to your day. Instacart brings convenience, quality, and ease right to your door so you can focus on what matters most. Download the Instacart app now and get groceries just how you like.
So then the bluegrass music is playing, and
We arrive in Louisville and it's rainy.
Yes. I kind of forgot that it was so rainy that first day, but it was really rainy. And you say you have a new state they show the state sign with the state motto, but you said, did you hear they have a new state motto?
Kentucky, wanna fucky? Which is like what we would say every time we played Monopoly and somebody would land on Kentucky.
Yes.
And I feel like Hef's not really amused. So we are driving to the hotel in a very 2000s Hummer limo. We're staying at the Galt House Hotel. And I remember when we did the red carpet for the Kentucky Derby, Billy Bush, our favorite interviewer of the era, interviewed us. And he goes, so where are you guys staying? And I go, oh, we're staying at the Galt House. Keep in mind that we had already checked out of the hotel because Hef wanted to hop in the plane on the way out.
You guys, we had to be packed up before we even left for the Derby because the second the Derby was over, and I mean the second the Derby was over, we whipped into the limo and we're already on the way to we were probably at the airport before most people were even leaving the Derby.
Totally. So we'd already checked out. But even if we hadn't already checked out, like we have security. It's a very secure hotel. Like I wouldn't really care if people know where we're staying for one more night. So I said, oh, we're staying at the Galt House Hotel. And Billy was like, you just said on national television where you're staying, as if I'm so stupid and just like breached security for everyone. I'm like,
yeah. Well, then why are you asking that question if nobody should answer it?
yeah, are you trying to like put people in danger?
Yeah. Don't ask it.
And in commentary, you say, I don't like interviewing with him because we're talking about Billy Bush and that thing. And I say, oh, a month ago I did an interview with him and it went well. And I don't know what I mean by that because I know that interview. I interviewed with him like after I announced I left the mansion, but I wasn't quite out yet. Like this was probably in like early November or something like that. And he was just like hammering me home like, well, how many times did you have sex with Hef in your relationship? And I go, I don't remember because honestly, I don't. Like I was with the guy for 7 years. How the fuck am
how are
I
you supposed to know how many times?
And not only that, but I'm fully dating someone else at this time. So it's not even a respectful question for me to answer. And he goes, no, how many times did you have sex with them? I don't remember. And he asked me it over and over. And I just kept saying, I don't remember.
How are you supposed to know a number of how many times you slept with somebody in 7.5 years?
And why is it a relevant question?
Why is it anybody's business, period?
Yeah, it's so weird.
So I wouldn't say that was a positive interview.
Yeah, I don't know why in commentary I'm saying it went well. I feel like maybe I meant I handled it well because I was just like feet in the ground. Like I don't remember. I don't remember. But
so you guys, this was quite an experience too. We get out of the limo and there's just so everybody. And it's a weird question for him to ask too because everybody knows that everyone's staying here because there's a huge crowd out front and they have security all around. And I think everybody is pretty much staying at the same hotel and people are screaming and going crazy. And then I walk in the door and then I realize, oh, I need to wait here for everybody because as soon as we all get out of the limo and we go walking in, there is a line of women in the hats and they're all clapping and welcoming us to the Galt House and to the Kentucky Derby. And they have, and I don't know if they do this to everyone or if they were doing this because we had the show or it's a HEF'S first time or what, but like it was so incredible. And then they had mint juleps ready for us on a tray. And so the second we walked through the door, like they barely let Mary and security and PR in before they were like, handing us mint juleps.
Yeah.
And so it was quite the entrance with all the fans outside screaming and then coming in to all the ladies clapping and the hats and a beautiful hotel and mint juleps. So it was amazing.
It reminds me, what talk show does that? Is it like Jennifer Hudson where they have the people lined up and the guest comes in and they're like clapping and doing a little song for them?
I don't know it.
Yeah, one of the talk shows does that. And then like the celebrity kind of like walks down the aisle and dances around.
Oh my
and
God.
Every time I see it, like it's cute for everybody else. Like I'm not hating on it in any way. But every time I see it, I'm like, I would die. Like I would just I couldn't do it. Not that I think it's bad if anybody else does it, but I just like, if I had to like walk down this line while everybody's singing a song about me, I couldn't do it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So they handed us the mint juleps, and I was very surprised at what a real mint julep tastes like because when I always thought of mint juleps my entire life, I think of the Disneyland version, which is like bright green, super minty, basically Kool-Aid, and then a real mint julep is like bourbon with a mint leaf or something. You know, it's like it's a strong drink. It will put some hair on your chest.
Definitely.
So we get into our rooms, and you can see this in the deleted scene, but it's something I have a fond memory of as well. Like they had these really nice like hat box gift boxes for us, and they had Hypnotic in it, of course, the drink of the 2000s.
Yes.
And they had these really plush like pink Galt House Hotel robes.
Yes.
It was just really cute. Bunny slippers.
I was so excited about those.
Yeah, like they really welcomed us so nicely, and it was just such a great experience.
It was amazing.
And it was a cute hotel. Like, didn't they have like a hat store in the hotel?
Yeah.
And they had this cool glass elevator in the lobby. That another deleted scene. I'm like mooning people from the glass elevator. And it was cute. Like, I would love to, if I went back to Louisville, stay in that hotel again. It was really cute.
For sure. Like, I want to do the whole experience again.
And then we're getting ready for the Barnstable Brown Gala. And it's interesting because we're all wearing metallic dresses, and I don't think we planned that.
Yeah, I don't think we did either.
It was so weird. Not so weird that you and I are on the same page, but it's so weird how many times me, you, and Kendra would just be on the same page for things without even discussing it.
Yeah.
And it's funny, too, because I feel like if we did discuss it ahead of time, Kendra would be like, fuck no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to wear it. But then we like would naturally do it without trying, which is funny.
Yeah, so you're helping Hef with his bow tie. Kendra's out on the balcony. I'm putting on eyelashes. And I thought there was a nice moment with you and Hef here. He tells you how gorgeous your dress is.
Yes, I thought that was really nice too, because I didn't get complimented on outfits a lot from him. And when I did, I would keep that outfit in rotation because every once in a while it would happen. But
yeah,
I do love that dress. I still have it. I've wore it for so many things. I keep pulling it back out for photo shoots and stuff like that. It's just a very like liquidy material, silver backless dress.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So in an interview, you say we are going to the Barnstable Brown Gala, which is supposed to be the biggest Kentucky Derby party ever. And this is a memory that sticks with me. We pull up in the limo, and you guys, it's raining, and it's been raining all day. And there are, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say thousands of people. Not just hundreds.
Yeah.
There's like thousands of people.
Just waiting to see who walks in.
They know that this like little area, I couldn't even see what was going on. So I don't know if it's like a little cul-de-sac where this house is or just like how they do this. But there are just so many people. And we get out and everyone is just screaming and losing their mind and calling us by name. And it was like, holy shit. It was one of those few times where I felt like, oh my God, everybody knows who we are. And I feel fully confused about it. And like,
right. Like I say in commentary, even I'm like, I kept looking behind me to see like who's behind me. Like, why are people freaking out?
yeah.
Like it was a insane moment.
And not that we wouldn't have done it anyway, but they do. I saw on our like itinerary that they want you to go and socialize with the fans before entering. So it was kind of like something they ask you to do, like go take pictures, greet everybody. But we would have done it anyway because we like. I mean, I know I personally like that kind of stuff. But we went over and signed, talking to people, taking photos, just kind of whatever out there for a little while.
Yeah. And people told us afterward that out of everybody who went to that party, like the people who got the biggest reaction were us and then Larry Burkhead, who, if you don't know, Larry Burkhead is the king of the Kentucky Derby social scene. He was the one who was with Anna Nicole Smith, and they have a daughter, Danny Lynn, and she's now like the queen of the Kentucky Derby. Like they always go every year. And
Yeah. So that was really fun, really exciting, and it just felt so cool. Like, holy crap.
Yeah. And it's one of those moments where, you know, in the moment, I never felt famous when we were on Girls Next Door. Like, obviously, I knew we had enough fame that it like opened up a few opportunities for us and stuff like that. But I never really felt famous. I think I always felt like the fuss was like still about Hef. And that's just how, I'm not saying it was, but that's how I felt in the moment because that's what we'd always been around. And then looking back on this, and this felt so surreal at the time, and even in a deleted scene too, you see when we arrive at the hotel, we're the ones on the front page of the paper, and we haven't even been in town yet.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of weird evidence of like how famous we were in that little moment.
Did we get to that scene already?
It's a deleted scene where it's when we get to the hotel and we're like opening the gift baskets, and then the local paper, like, we're the ones on the cover.
It's crazy, you guys, because there were people there, all kinds of celebrities, big celebrities.
Michael Jordan.
And we are on the cover of the paper that we're coming to Kentucky, which, I mean, that's still weird to me.
Yeah, it's wild. So next week, we will take you inside the Barnstable Brown Gala.
Already?
Yep.
That flew
And
by.
if you'd like more content, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/girlsnextlevel. Check out our merch at girlsnextlevel.shop. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.